Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well...
The Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we gonna manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you. Joshua seemed upset. Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all, Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it. It won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of suffering. And that is, if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. You certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I am still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to, does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Come to wish on a star.
This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. What I have to... There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us.
I could pray to Metia for you. You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Some... Some...
Ah, Clive.
Joshua, what's wrong?
I've received word from Cyril. The Undying.
His will.
In the crypt, after Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials. And in the process of doing so,
I'm surprised anything.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience.
Well,
very well.
Sid.
by all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no... And something else. Records from a...
How did she come?
Finding bearers always was, and it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them, and he...
Leaving the bearers.
Does...
him, then we...
Sid, I was wondering...
It depends what...
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds is... As you know, the work we do is not easy.
I don't mind.
Because our ranks are filled... And so...
What?
True... no.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer. Vivian, and I'd be happy to help you find them.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it...
Please. It's only right.
You are to... Alas, I spoke with...
If you say so.
Forgive, but this book...
What do you think happened to...
Sid!
With what?
No!
It's Miss Middledorf. Very strange.
When she is, she...
Well, then...
But...
Right.
Whatever should I write next?
A love story, perhaps? But with a happy ending.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid.
Of course.
It is an honor. My name is her. I wish to be...
No. I will not send good men, and why would you want to go back?
I need to retreat. Or rather, it was not a place of we were taught, and fewer, but the...
But those two... Oh, you can... Well,
Do you suppose it's magic keeping the thing afloat?
What else could it be?
Pining for something. What is it? I never did ask where you got that act.
From Sid, that's why. And you're only thinking to ask this now? Clap that there iron on it.
What's wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf. Torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone? I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Talk. Sorry for making... Let's get that thing... Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all.
Your kindness is...
Only because...
Where to, then?
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our shelter.
All right, Torgal. I'm going to need a... Do you have a better... Unless... You've already given me one. Why don't we try the... I haven't been to the island in... To Port Isolde. Fingers crossed you... Our pocket. I've been charged with...
Then you see one...
Right as always.
And yet I... Clive, I fear she asks the impossible. A clandestine organization. Commit one such text, being the tome Vivian seeks. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to... Or... So rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard?
Why? Secrecy. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched
by the hand.
But what drives them?
A fine quest. Sadly, all that is... You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers.
And my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expect?
Not from Rumors of the executors are but rather less so across the street. I had a friend. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the but though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of... If you were, by some chance, able to...
Very well. I'll be sure to pick...
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Not exactly. She seems preoccupied.
Mid.
Ah! That's it! I knew it! If this doesn't
To the sky. You aren't trying to give the
What else would I...
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. Is this really so
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the... But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if... It's not fair. The gods get... The Fallen had their chance. But they relied too much on magic. And see where that got, but not me. I've discovered that. Well,
And is that a one...
are you volunteering? But if a godfather's offering to lend a hand, first I'll need oil, and not just some... Then I'll...
If it's beast...
No, they'll...
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
All right.
Only if you... Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project.
Most bones are this if it's durability.
I do. Well, any old...
Well, but don't expect to make...
I'll keep that in... It's still here. Not small. And you're a lot bigger.
You two go... I doubt that boat will hold us.
If you're sure. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal, for never giving up, for never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the... All right. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the but without it. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better... Come on, Torgal. Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
Your Grace, my lord.
Cyril.
Yes. If you would do us the...
An inherit.
It would seem the late Archduke...
The day before we left.
What are these plans?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill. The complete, immense... But your father's dream did not end there. His great... With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn...
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see... Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his life.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, nor would he have entrusted those who would have stood with you.
It's a pity only...
'Tis true, but one at least remains.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that, after all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will.
And where is...
She awaits you in the archive.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
My lord. I am Goditha. Retain... Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can...
Lift up your head. You have our gratitude.
I merely did my duty.
My lady.
What exactly is...
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of
Indeed it has.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you. Alas, he did not live. He had intended to claim the Heartstone, but it was not to be.
I see.
It saddens me to bring... It was your father's wish that you be but with his grace long since gone. And the stone, you are grown men now. And while I would not presume to insist, I know that nothing...
Thank you. What else? Of course, my lady.
Oh, I am...
Do you know where we might find this?
I do. It is found. We do at least know where to find one.
A certain...
You are most perceptive, your grace. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield?
What else? Good girl.
Faster!
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
There it is. For House Rosfield.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
Griffin.
And the heart.
Yes. This radiant lust. Thank you. You're
Lady Goditha.
Thank you. If you would excuse me. The armbands are Capri. Heartstone is harder and more in... And the graven vines insert...
It's a message. Enemies who would thwart his vision.
And only if we stood together. As Phoenix and Shield.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust, but this was more. It was a promise.
Thank you for remaining the steadfast.
Forgive me, there is something I don't quite... The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal... Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would so...
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father's of the deep love he had for both. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that I tried to warn your father, but it was... When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So...
And thank the Founder.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the heart, and so my pursuit continued. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered.
Lady God,
as do I.
Thank you for coming back.
The bands. See, it must be gratifying to finally...
It is.
If you would permit me to play my part a little long, let him see that you have...
I suppose it... What do you say, Clive?
I was hoping to be...
Your father's helm. Since the day I prithee, claim, and I do not doubt that your father...
Thank you. Come on, come. Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? That I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. And perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward.
And to a new beginning.
Nazir might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
Oh, no.
Well, met, sit. This is the...
Please.
Gav! It was him. No, it taught and...
Not... And bring... You...
No.
All right, Ember. Impress me. Let's go.
Yeah!
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready.
Ah!
maybe not. Damn it. Ember! Then run! If you want him. Gone.
Where is Ember?
He must have fled. He was just standing there. Didn't he? He was nowhere to be seen.
I knew the boy had the right man.
I believe this is the logbook you tasked me.
Don't you tell me you breached the tower.
What? To bring the thing back without...
He has you then, his heir.
But Sid!
He did what he thought was best.
Of course. Don't you leave...
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision. Come on. Faster! Enough of you, are there?
Caution, brother.
The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in? His interests were certainly varied. This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Leaving so... We've been watching you from a distance.
Subtle, I know.
Then we need not waste time. Hand me, leave it in our...
Your care.
That, but by one means or another.
Then I'll have to pull... I won't let you...
Then we fight. Very well.
Let's see.
Blizzards!
Impressive, but we have other means.
Why do you want?
It lays out in no uncertain terms. It tells the shameful history of the persecution. Would you say that this interpret?
I don't know.
You don't. Your sword may be sharp, but so let me answer. There is no correct. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. It is a question of if enough people believe that a set of events occurred.
So you're trying to control the
We are trying to protect people from knowledge that would bring them. That is all. You may keep them. The world is small. Until then.
Wait. Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian.